We are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another stream. Everyone's back. Oh, I'm so happy. Weekend without it. How are we gonna manage? In the break between middle of December and March? How are we gonna manage? Hello, Jake. Good to see you, mate. Always very active in the chat. Love to see it. Hello, everyone here. Hello, Javesh, Jack, Matthew, Joel, Zen, Alvi, Timor, Kartik, Melina. Good to see you, Melina. Louis as well. How are you doing, buddy? Kathan, Jeet. Oh, there we go. Right, I can't keep up anymore. Not an hour early this time, but I've done half an hour early because it was good last time, actually. So if anyone who was around for the last quality stream, I started it an hour early because I can't work out time zones. And so, yeah, we just chatted for an hour before quali. So it ended up being a super long stream. Yes, chopsticks. I did get the timing right. Exactly. Thank you. Welcome everyone. Love it. So yeah, that was a bit embarrassing. But never mind. We plowed through. We managed to find stuff to waffle about for a good, hour before quali actually started. So yeah, it was good fun. I actually enjoyed it. So I thought half an hour was a good amount of time. And we've got stuff to talk about today. And I'm seeing a lot of Hulkenbacks in the comments. Yes, we're going to talk all about Nico Hulkenberg. Mad. Didn't think we'd see him back in an F1 car this year. He's got another opportunity. Tommo the F1 waffler. Exactly, Scott. Exactly. That's my USP. But yeah, it's absolute scenes. It's absolute scenes. Let's jump to screen share, and you can see what I can see, which is Twitter. This was Nico. He posted this 22 minutes ago. His little paddock pass. BWT Racing Point. Nico Hulkenberg back again, man. Crazy. Thank you, guy. Straight in with the £2, £1.99, £2. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. What do I think about the 7-2? Oh, I can see that you got that. Oh, mate, guy, come on. To be fair, you're a Villa fan, so you've got to make the most of that result, and you keep that as your profile picture for a while, mate. I mean, Liverpool had to slip up eventually, didn't they? But anyway, yeah, obviously, listen, first and foremost, obviously, gutted for Lance. Well, there's no clarification whether it is COVID or not. I mean, obviously, plenty of other illnesses still exist. Just because COVID's a thing doesn't mean people can't get ill for other reasons. So there's no confirmation whether it is. So obviously, it's sad because you don't like to see someone ill. And I like Lance. I think Lance has done a lot of good things this year. It's mad that it's with Racing Point again as well. That is crazy. But to be fair, it does make sense that, they're in Nico's. They know Nico's relatively close, but I don't know where Nico lives, but he must be pretty close because he just drove down there in his. I just love that. He just woke up this morning, got a call. Can you do qualifying, please, Nico? Okay. Jump in the Porsche, down the Autobahn, and he's there. I love it. What a story. Show us your guns. No pure testosterone. I don't have any. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Obviously, I hope Lance is all right. Ultimately, that's the most important thing. But Nico was in Cologne. Fair enough. West Ham did not steal Burnley's colours. What are you talking about? Actually, yeah, because where can I find it? Nico Hulkenberg. Home. I mean, it's not going to come up on Google Maps, is it? But I don't know. Someone said Cologne, so maybe. But anyway, do I think he'll do well? I mean, look, last time he had practice sessions to get used to the car. Yes, obviously he has driven it and he put it at P3 in qualifying, which is still insane to think about it. Nico lives in Monaco, does he? Oh, there you go. I'm getting conflicting statements from the chat here. But either way, he drove there, which is just mad. I know Rosberg was saying on the chat earlier that he hopes that Nico wasn't out on the piss last night, which I advocate that message. But yeah, crazy time. So how will he do? I mean, again, we haven't really seen. Let's go to the free practice results, shall we? They'll be on here somewhere, won't they? So yeah, Hulkenberg replaces Stroll for Eifel Grand Prix. Lovely. Won't show any of that because I'll get copyrighted for showing footage. There we go. Lovely. So here we go. Oh, hang on. Let me just zoom out. Does that work? No, I've got to change the window. 2 seconds. It's gone all weird. There we go. That'll do. So obviously Valtteri P1 in FP2, classic, beating Lewis by 0.1 of a second, but we know what's going to happen in qualifying, don't we? Hello, Arthur. Good to see you, mate. Welcome back to the House of Fun. The Ferraris. Now, we've got to talk about the Ferraris, haven't we? Charles up there in P3 and Seb up there in P5. I mean, red is the red for a nosebleed because Ferrari are not used to being up that high, are they? Crazy. Obviously, look, it's only practice, but the Ferraris just seem to they've found a bit of pace. Like, fair play. And listen, I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. It's almost like Ferrari have become a bit of an underdog now. And look, ultimately, now that we know where things stand, I really hope Seb has a quality end to the season. I know it's kind of maybe a bit optimistic, but I hope they have a good end to the season because they deserve it. Well, now Ferrari don't deserve it, but I think the drivers deserve it. You know what I mean? The drivers deserve it, if you ask me. Who else we got? So Lando's up there, P6, Sergio, Daniel, Alex. Again, this glug, the McLaren, Racing Point, Renault, and then Alex, is always going to be very, very close. It's very, very difficult to distinguish, you know what I mean, and determine. But listen, it's a good sign. It's a good sign. Let's look down as well. You got any? I mean, there's no big surprises. Carlos is quite low, but again, it's just practice, isn't it? So you don't know what fuel loads, because that's the thing as well. Because we lost FP1 and FP2, I feel like the teams have had to kind of consolidate, try and get everything into one session. So that's why, listen, like maybe Ferrari were going light fuel and with quicker laps than people around them, hence why they're that high. Could be. We don't look. We'll see. I guess we'll see, won't we? We will see. Predictions. I will get to my predictions shortly. We've still got quite a bit of time, so I just wanted to have a little chinwag about things first. And also, Honda. I haven't done a live video properly talking about the Honda situation. Yeah, pretty crazy, isn't it? Pretty mad, the Honda situation. Obviously, everyone knows, so I don't need to like. Shall I go to? Actually, yeah, because Honda. If I go Honda Racing, and find their official statement, which will be here somewhere. Here we go. Honda's to conclude participation in FIA Formula One World Championship. I know we've all talked about this. Blah blah blah. Decided to conclude. Yeah, whatever. And obviously we've had a bit of time to for this news to bed in. Sonoda crying right now, Russell. Well, it's tricky, innit? Honda seem to have a. They just seem to love getting out at the best time. Like, they got out when they had an amazing car in the Brawn, which became the Brawn. They got out in '99 when they had that great test car that was rapid, and then they didn't go with it. And they seem to be making moves with Red Bull, and now it's just bye. So it is concerning. I think we should all be concerned. Obviously, look, Honda's an independent private organisation. They're entitled to do what they like. Do I think they could have stayed informed? Because one interesting point I've seen made, because Honda have stated that they're still committed to motorsports, but not all of the motorsports that they've said they're committed to are green motorsports. Not that motorsport can be green, but you know what I mean. Um, so that argument doesn't. I think it's just more the fact that they've put so much money into it, and the return of investment hasn't been there. With COVID, it's just a very difficult thing to justify to shareholders, which are clearly very sensitive to these kind of issues because of, when they dropped out in 2009, it's because of the financial crisis. There's been a financial crisis now because of COVID. Like, I feel like that's kind of contributing to it more. Jake, did you donate? Thank you, mate. Sorry, I didn't. Oh, there you go. Thank you for the £2, mate. Thank you for the £2, buddy. You're very kind. Clorox as well. Do you rate Nico Rosberg in the commentary box? Definitely. He's got that unfiltered. I really like I prefer the commentators like your Brundles, like your Herberts. Those who are less kind of traditionally media trained and just a bit more real. And I feel like Nico's like that. He's not afraid to just tell it. He's like Patrice Evra at football. You know what I mean? I think Patrice Evra is a really good commentator because he just doesn't give. You know what I mean? He just says what he wants. So yeah, I think everyone's happy. Hulk is back though, which is I'm sure it's all right. It's good to see him back, but I'm hard pressed to get too gassed because it's I feel bad for Stroll. You know what I mean? But there you go. Anyway, right. How long we got? We got 20 minutes. I also want to talk about how do I I don't know how I would go about like. Oh, thank you, Vit Squid, for joining Friends of Tommo. Appreciate that. How do I like the Brazil track situation? If I just search Interlagos. So obviously there's been a lot of chat around. Let's just find. Yeah, this is a good thread that someone posted about it. I have seen this one pop up. Oh, thank you, Rishab. Thank you, pal, for the. What is that? What is that currency? I'm not familiar with currency. But thank you very much for the donation, buddy. Appreciate it. Very kind of you. It's not quite $100. I wish. If only. But anyway, yeah. This whole Brazil situation is just a bit mad, isn't it? Like, the thing is, I get F1's a business, right? And F1 needs to make money and operate, blah, 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 right? F1 doesn't need to do this. It doesn't need to. I think, like, they want to keep a Brazilian Grand Prix. And from what I've heard, I'm not massively educated on the situation. I'm not massively educated on it. But from what I've heard, the owners of Interlagos, there's some kind of friction between them and the state. I could be very wrong here. This is I'm not like I could be very just from what I've watched from what I've read. There's some kind of friction between like the state, the TV broadcasters, because someone else has just bought the TV rights in Brazil, and the track ownership in Interlagos. And basically, what it's come to is that they want to build a new track in Rio, and race there instead. And this is the kind of track that they're suggesting. Now, obviously, you can criticise and. I mean, it looks fine as a racing track. I don't really have a massive opinion. Oh, thank you, Rish, for joining Friends of Tommo as well. Appreciate it, pal. Welcome. I mean, it doesn't look great. It doesn't look terrible, but that isn't really the point. The point is why they're doing it and the effect and the impact of doing it. Because, for people just like, I think I've seen people say, oh, well, you can just plant more trees elsewhere. Like, I won't say who, but I'm sure a lot of people know exactly who I'm alluding to. There's loads of trees around that area, so why does it matter? No, but like habitats don't work that way. You know what I mean? Habitats don't work that way. And again, just the reasoning, I've heard there's a lot of corruption in Brazilian kind of politics, and Bolsonaro is not a very nice individual. I've done my research on him back in the day when he first kind of was coming into power, and he's not a very nice individual, but regardless, it's just it seems like, you know, the general consensus from people who have been, you know, vocal about it online is that you either want an Interlagos Grand Prix or you don't want a Brazilian Grand Prix, and I respect that. You know what I mean? I respect that. But yeah, it is. It would be sad because I consider Interlagos absolute top tier track. But yeah, we want a Top Gear Circuit Grand Prix. Imagine that. Wouldn't be wide enough. Hello, Retty. Good to see you in the chat, mate. And Nikki as well. Twitch stream crew. Anyway, right. Shall we get on? Because we've got a quarter of an hour left. Shall we get on to my prediction, shall we? Does that sound good? Does that sound good? I might zoom in a little bit. Ooh, look, there we go. Right. Should we get into my predictions? Let's jump into the old predictions. Boom. It's big me on the screen. Hello, everyone. Hair's coming down a bit. See, look, my hair's so much better when I've got wax in it. When I don't, it looks shocking, which is what I had it like on stream. Okay, so again, look, listen, you can. I could just say Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, which is probably going to happen, but I'd rather, you know, push the boat out, be a bit more risky. You know what I mean? So I'm going Max P1, Lewis P2, Sergio P3, Valtteri P4, and Carlos P5. Biggest letdown. I mean, surely I've already won that. Sorry, Lance. I made this graphic last night. I made this graphic last night and loaded it up, and I haven't even looked at it since. Lance, biggest letdown. Well, is that kind of okay? Is it not okay? Hate to say I called it. Lance called me last night, told me he had a bit of an icky tummy. So no, look, Lance is fine. Like he said, he's fine. He's just not feeling too good. So I'm gonna keep Lance because I'm gonna say that I called it. Right. So, and I'm saying biggest surprise is Daniel Kvyat. So Max P1 just because why not? Lewis P2 because equally why not? Sergio. Again, I think Sergio's got the bit between his teeth at the minute. I jinxed it. I definitely jinxed it. Yeah, he's got the bit between his teeth this year. He's got the upgrades as well. He was mad last race. So good, so quick, without the upgrades. Hopefully it works for him. I'm saying Lance isn't the biggest letdown. He gave us the Hulk back. What? Yeah, that's true. Yes, to anyone who didn't realize. I can't believe I've put that. That's actually hilarious. I literally, last night, I was putting these together. I was like, who do I think is going to be? I think Daniel Kvyat, I think he's going to do a good job. Who's going to be a bit of a letdown? I think maybe Stroll. Maybe Stroll won't have the pace. And then he doesn't. He can't even qualify. And probably can't. Well, it'll be interesting to see whether he can race or not. Because if he gets a positive COVID test, he would only miss one race because there is a break again. But whatever. So yeah, Sergio, again, point to prove. I think he'll be on it. Bottas, P4. Again, Mercedes is going to be up there, isn't he? And then Carlos. Carlos has been qualifying really well this year. The McLaren does seem quite susceptible to the weather. So you could equally swap him out with Lando. or Danny Rick. It's so tight. If you take Mercedes out of Formula One, it's an unreal championship. It just is. See, Daniel Kvyat. So, look, I've been the first to say that I think. Okay, so now I think Giovinazzi's the one I would put my life savings on not being in F1 next year. Sorry, Tonio, but there's too much good Ferrari talent coming down. But obviously, I've said about Yuki Tsunoda. Now, obviously, with Honda pulling out, a lot of people are saying that Tsunoda's chances up the Swanee. I still think Tsunoda's got a very, very good chance to get an AlphaTauri seat because he's still, regardless of Honda, he's still Red Bull Junior. It would mean that he's getting one season with Honda, which I'm sure Honda would still want that because we've got to remember Honda will still be in F1 next year. It's from 2022 onwards. So I just think I still think Yuki will get the call up, but Daniel has been more impressive. Pierre's still at the measure of him, if you ask me, performance-wise. Is my mic a bit low? There we go. Sorry, it is a bit low. Hello, everyone. I've just turned it up. Sometimes my Go XLR does that. It pulls it down. Now you can hear me, and now you can't hear me. You can hear me. Anyway, did I see Kvyat's calendar pick? No, I didn't actually. But yeah, so I'm still saying that Tsunoda will get that seat, but I think Kvyat, again, he's got a point to prove. He knows his position is up for grabs. You know what I mean? So my ears are dead now, Tommo. You're welcome, everyone. Not as bad as Jamie's. And also, yes, someone mentioned. Sorry, I just saw. Yes, Yom. Have you heard of Mazepin already securing a Haas seat? French TV super confident it already happened. Talks of Mazepin's dad also investing. I have heard of this. I have heard about this. So if I actually Mazepin, see if I can find an article that references it. Nikita Mazepin. Where is it? Where is it? I don't know. Well, regardless, there was talk that Mazepin's old man, who's minted apparently, I had no idea, but I'm not surprised, am I? He's thinking about buying a house. Now, could it be what I anticipate? Because if these rumours are true, oh, hello, Folha. Thank you for the €5.49. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Salute from Portugal. Let's hope the Hulk does well, but I doubt it as he unfortunately didn't get to practice exactly. I think it's going to be very difficult for Nico. I think the best he can hope for is Q2, to be honest. And I think that would be an amazing result, all things considered. But anyway, so I think what I anticipate more, if these things are true, is that Mazepin will get the seat and then his dad would have a kind of part ownership role in the kind of same way that Latifi is with Williams, where his dad obviously injected the sponsorship and there's probably a bit of ownership there, maybe. I don't know actually, but clearly that sponsorship is, Latifi's way of buying into that team. Mazepin could be the same. Obviously Haas need the money, they need the support. They've got that Dallara chassis. If you haven't watched my Dallara video, which a lot of you haven't, make sure you watch it. 1,200 people. This is crazy. Hello, everyone. I'm good, thank you. Oh my God, what happened to my voice there? I'm good. I just regressed into 13, 14-year-old Tommo. Syed, you've been noticed. Hello. Edwin, I'm sorry for not watching. Edwin. This t-shirt is Edwin, by the way. Look. Edwin. One of my favourite brands. Love a bit of Edwin. Tommo hit puberty midstream. What are the chances of Jehan Daruvula while Yuki Tsunoda is also in Red Bull Junior program? I think Daruvala's kind of... Obviously, you've got Liam Lawson as well in F3. We don't know how he'd stack up against Daruvula because I definitely think Yuki and Yuri are the two standouts for me. But yeah. Anyway, right. I should... Got 5 minutes till quali, so I should get my Now TV fired up, I think. And then we'll do that. So what are we thinking, everyone? Let me answer a few questions. Hello, Koi from Vietnam. Good to see you. Recognise your name. Hear a lot. Elijah. Max for the win and Hulk for the podium. Decent. Matthew Berry. I'm doing good, thank you. It's a shame you're a Man United fan, though. I'm joking. It's all good fun. All good fun. Right, now TV. Lovely. Boom. Open that up. And then Eifel. I've got to log in. Come on. There's my email. That's my password. Boom. And now Eifel GP qualifying. Lovely. That should fire up any second. Boom. We're in business, people. We are in business. It's got the little intro going now. Not that I listen to it because I don't like this. Actually, I can hear it because Hannah's watching quali in the kitchen. So I can slightly hear it in the background. Biggest letdown Stroll. Yeah, I know. Call of the century. Not being funny, but I unintentionally absolutely nailed that call. Right, let's get Cranky Yankees timing graphics set up as well. Hello, Tom F1 from Upside Down Land. I'm guessing you're meaning Australia by that. Or are you a Kiwi? Right, live timing. Don't mind me, people. Give me 2 minutes. Got to get this set up. Okay, drag this over to here. Lovely. That can go over my face because I don't need to see my own face. I see enough of that when I'm editing all these bloody videos I put out for you lot. Right, okay. Oh, look, it's even updated. Oh, Nick is such a genius, man. He's got Nico Hulkenberg in there already. Right, okay. Now, if I go on to my screen share. Cool. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. Live timings, there we go. That's the one I wanted. Lovely. Look at this, people. Absolute professionalism right here is just off the chart, I tell you. Right, and if I hold, how is it again? I need to just make this graphic pretty now. Or just fit it. Well, I'm not. Oh, it's locked. There we go. Why was it? Oh, that's not the right one. Don't mind me, everyone. Just oh my god, it's picked it up. Why have you? What is this doing? Right, there we go. Actually, I need to drag that out a bit more. There we go. So I want you to be able to see the gap, best time, all that good stuff. Okay. I think. There we go. And again, if you don't know Cranky Yankee, get to know my boy Nick. Absolute genius. One of the best F1 content creators out there. If you don't follow his stuff, get to follow. Okay. I think we're looking good. Oh, thank you, Yom, for the €5, pal. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. You're too kind. First quality watch along as well. Welcome to the House of Fun. So, right, okay. So let's open my Now TV. Lovely. Right, I can see what's going on. You lot can't. Soz. Would love to show you, but my channel would be deleted with immediate effect. So, Soz about that. Nürburgring, man. Crazy. Nürburgring. Here at the Nürburgring. We've got a couple of minutes. Let's just listen in a bit. There's Nico. Look at him. What a handsome man. What a handsome man. They haven't changed the graphics around the garage and that. It still says Lance Stroll. Understandably. Look at it. He's just rocked up, just jumped in, sort the mirrors out. Yep, Kushti. That's the. I think, to be fair, if Nico hadn't already done a race this year for Racing Point, I think they would have got. I don't think they would have brought him in. But the fact is, they've already got his seat fit done. They've already got a lot of those elements finished and set. You know, good to go. Siddhartha, you look like Nico a bit. Maybe that's why he's so handsome. Ha! Oh, Linus as well. A few of you think I look like Nico Hulkenberg. I've been compared to worse. It's always Liam Payne. That's the one I get the most. Aaron Ramsey I get sometimes, which I don't see at all. Yeah. They're the ones I get the most. There was some like drum and bass DJ I think I used to get as well. By people at work. But anyway, right. So again, just to clarify, these timings here, on this side of the screen, will update quicker than I react. I've worked it out because of Now TV being stupid. There's about a 30-second delay between what I'm watching and these graphics. So I do apologise for that. I don't know how to get around it. Soz. Hello, Ben Short. Good to see you. Did you know Ozil was Enzo Ferrari's son? He's a spitting image, to be fair. Nico's out on track. Love it. I guess he's just gone straight out, right? That is mad. That is mad. He's got his yellow and black helmet on, though. He hasn't got the really nice pink helmet on, which I really liked. Yep, Q1 has officially begun. There's a few cars out on track. Obviously, Nico's straight out there. I wonder if he'll bother even trying to set a quick lap in this kind of first, because it's usually, it doesn't it? It's like you have the first half of the session, and then everyone comes in, and then you have the second half. I do wonder if other people will try. Also, yes, sorry, Clorox. I need to find a way to actually add this on screen. But if anyone wants to synchronize their qualifying to mine, get ready. I'll do a time sync in a minute. If you do want to synchronize your qualifying, what you're watching. Oh, Pierre's just driven out. What's he got attached to his car? That's so weird. Pierre just pulled out with the tyre blanket still attached to his car. Right, so if anyone wants to synchronise their times, okay, we are at 16, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. There you go. We are at 1600 in 4, 3, 2, 1. 16 minutes to go on the session. Boom. Boom. Feel free. Have some of that. Right. Well, I'll keep the headphones just here in case I need to listen into anything going on. Nico's out on a lap now. Let's have a little watch. I know you can't watch. Sorry. I'm going to have a watch of Nico going round. David, you're a minute faster. 50-second delay to Sky F1. Joke. People saying what happened to Albon. I don't know. What has happened to Albon? I can't see. Again, I've got a delay. A very annoying delay. And there's nothing I can do. Like I can't drag. I can't even pause Now TV to like try and reorient it. So I have to see. Doesn't sound good. Tommo, do you agree that if Enzo was alive, he would murder Bonotto? I don't think he'd murder Bonotto. I think he'd maybe hire someone to murder Bonotto. I'm joking. I don't think he would. 36-second delay to ESPN. Lovely. All right, so it's at 14:50, 14:49, 14:48, 14:47, 14:46, 14:45, 14:44, 14:43, 14:42, 14:41, 14:40. There we go. Lovely. Right. Right, Nico's okay. How's this pace looking on his first quickety lap? Again, not. No, it's just to get a banker in. Come on, this is like he's been in the car for like 4 minutes. Why are we expect like? Come on, it's fine. Just give him a few laps just to get used to where he is, so you can get it into Q2. I think they've got to be happy with that, because if they get Q2, then they can, do something decent with the strategy. You know what I mean? So I think that's all that they should be aiming for, really. Racing Point. Am I going to watch the Bathurst 1000? Interesting, maybe. Aaron, use a VPN and go to the official F1 channel. That is actually a good point, to be fair. It's funny how often how often I see VPN ads Actually, I got contacted about doing one, but we couldn't negotiate a deal in the end. Yeah, and I don't actually have a VPN, so maybe now's the time. Maybe now is the time to get a VPN. But then I pay so much for. I feel like because I pay like £35 a month for this, I feel like I need to get my value out of it. You know what I mean? But anyway, whatever. That's just me being silly. So 13 minutes, 8, 7, 6 seconds left in the session for me. I'm about a minute behind. Yes, £35 a month top throttle. I know. I've got no option. That's the only option I've got in the UK. £35 a month for Sky Sports Formula One. Obviously, look, listen up. I offset that cost, like you lot essentially pay for it, which obviously I'm incredibly grateful for because of the money I get from my YouTube. So I'm still in the green, but yeah, it's not ideal, is it? Time code again, sure. It's 12, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. Lovely. Right. I'm gonna glance at the chat, but I'm not gonna. Well, I'll look at the chat more towards the end anyway. Right, everyone's on an out lap or a set a time, so no one's still stuck in the pits. Right, Super Max is starting a lap now. Max, Super Max, Super Max, Super Max, Super Max, Super. I'm interested to see, like, obviously, I know it was annoying yesterday not getting any practice sessions, but that should hopefully mix things up a bit because, you know, we all talk about less practice being better because you're giving the teams less, you know, less opportunity. There you go, Max Purple first sector. Obviously, still a long time to go now. A lot of people to set times. Lots of people to set times. Vettel's put in a lap a second slower, just over a second slower than Lewis. I mean, that pace seems all right in that Ferrari. You know, Ferrari maybe Ferrari have unlocked something here. Maybe this is where the tide starts to turn because, to be honest, before this weekend, if you had to say where I think Ferrari will finish, I think I'd say 6th. I think they'd edge AlphaTauri, but I definitely think they're behind Racing Point, McLaren, and Renault. But no, maybe this is a sign of things to come. That's a good lap from Charles. So it's still only Q1, so long time to go. But as Max puts it, P1. Super Max, GG, mate. Fair play, Max. I'm a bit nippy. I'm a little bit cold. I feel like I want to put a jacket on or something. But I'm going to push through. I'm going to push. Double chin. Lovely. Max, Super Max. Ray and Vettel going to destroy Charles. We'll see. I hope. Listen, it's about time that Vettel got the best of Charles in a quali session. Because Charles, let's be honest, Charles has had the measure of him very much. And for whatever reason, ultimately none of us will actually know to what extent each variable, whether it's like team preference, confidence, all of that, how much that plays a part in that gap being so big. But yeah, ultimately, it must be difficult for Seb to have the same motivation to really push because he knows his future isn't with Ferrari and is secure with Aston Martin than Charles, who's got a whatever year contract with Ferrari, like 4 or 5 years, isn't it? With Ferrari. And is a young driver at the start of his career. You know what I mean? You can't expect it to be the same. You know, just from that point of view either. Oh yeah, P20 is hidden. Good shout. And Ginidus, I will change that now. I will get that. Who are we hiding? Oh, Nico. Nico's at the bottom. It's fine though. Like, come on. You can't really expect much more than that. Let's be honest. I just heard Hannah whoop. Maybe Seb's putting a banging lap time. I hope so. I hope so for Seb's sake. Right. What are we thinking, people? We're going to lose any big casualties in Q1, do you think? Any big casualties in Q1? I think Nico's got to be out in Q1. Like, you can't expect him realistically, surely. Like, come on. You can't expect more than that. I think Nico will just use most of this session just to get used to the car, dialed in. Again, it's like, it's so last minute. If anything, actually, to be honest, it's probably better. I don't know, because the thing is, if Nico squeezes through, then 100% they should be using Q2 as a straight up practice session. Fuck off qualifying. Don't even bother setting a good lap time. Just treat it like a practice session. Q2. If he can squeeze through Q1, obviously he's quite a bit off at the minute, but again, we don't know how on it that lap time was, because that's a good 1.7 seconds off of Grosjean. But here we go. We're following Nicholas Latifi. How's he going? Latifi. Nicholas Latifi. I like Nicholas, mate. I like Nicholas. He comes across really nicely, actually. I think he's a. I've been harsh about him in the past. On my, you know what? I don't have, when I look back at my videos and my takes, I don't have many regrets, but I do regret being quite overly critical of Stroll and Latifi's personality in my Nicholas Latifi, Why Is He So Rich video. I do actually wish I could just like, actually I probably could cut that bit out. I don't know if I can in YouTube editor, but I just think it's a bit of a like dumb thing for me to say. You know what I mean? Because I don't know anything about these people, so I think that was a bit of a dick move from me, if I'm honest. Lahifire, there you go. Hello, Jacob Payne. Good day to you, mate. Come on, Seb. Seb's looking pretty comfortable. Perez is right down there, P15. P15. But yeah, got both Williams, 13, 14. Not bad. Apologies for that big yawn. Mate, I'm cold. I haven't got a zip-up hoodie anymore. I had one, but I sold it. Well, Nico's in the pits. I guess, yeah, they're going to try and get him to creep through Q1. I think surely you got to treat P2 as a practice session. Surely. You get free choice of tyres. It makes way more sense, surely, to start P15. I wonder where Lance is at the minute. You've got 5 minutes 43 on the session to go. I do wonder where Lance is at the moment. If he's just, I mean, I'm sure he's pretty comfortable at the minute. I know he's not feeling well, but I just yawned after. Sorry to anyone I made yawn. I know yawning is psychosomatic, so yeah. I just heard Hannah yawn as well, and that was about a minute delay. If you're watching Hannah, apologies for making you yawn. There's some commentary coming through, is there? I won't get banned for that. Come on. You can barely hear anything. Right. K-Mag, baby. Let's get it. What are we thinking? Could Perez be out in Q1? That would be mad. I mean, I'm sure he's going to set another lap. But again, that's the thing. You always risk it by leaving it late. You know what I mean? There's always big risk. Big boy risk leaving it late. Ooh, 0.4 up on Sergio. That's a good start of the lap. As is Grosjean as well. Mate, to be fair, actually, you know what? I'm putting my flag in the sand. That's not even the term, is it? Haas are my team. Haas are my team. I'm supporting Haas. I'm team Haas. Oh no, battery's running low. Shit. Quick. There we go. We're good. Sorry. My laptop battery almost died. That would have been very annoying. Hello, Leonardo. Hello, Simon. Hello, Beefed. Hello, F1NG. Hello, Chad. What we saying? Haas banging in a bit of a lap here. Yeah, you know what, like, I rate an underdog, you know. Haas started well, fell away a bit. Mag puts it P6. And Grosjean puts it P5. Go on, Roman. Has seemed to have unlocked a little bit of pace here. Again, that's the thing, because not only have we had no FP1 or 2, but also this is a brand new track to F1 since 2013. You know what I mean? So that those additional unknowns are going to contribute to, you know, the results on track. Gasly, P5, nice. GG Pierre, still my driver of the year so far. Oh, did Grosjean's lap get deleted? Oh, Roman! Come on! Roman! That was such a good lap! And it got deleted! Oh, that's so peak. That's so annoying. Right, Nico's on a lap now. Come on, Nico. We're going to follow him the whole lap. Come on, Nico. Nico. 2 minutes 41 on the session to go. 2 minutes 39. 8. 7. Go on, Nico. Where's this lap going? Come on. He's gone green first 2 sectors. I'd have hoped so. Come on, Nico. If you don't make it, it's because you didn't wear the pink helmet. Because that is a lovely little lid. Lovely little lid. Where's he going? Ah, P19. Yeah, fair. I mean, for him to not be stone dead last would be an absolute miracle. Let's be honest. I mean, of course Nico's struggling. Like, of course. Of course. Oh. But yeah, Sergio's a bit down there as well, to be fair. So yeah, it's strange. Strange times. Right. Got McLaren now. Yeah, Sergio P16. Sergio needs to put in a lap here, otherwise he's going out. We could be seeing both Williams go through. I mean, that's a big ask, because I do see Sergio improving considerably. Raikkonen as well. He's been pulling out good laps at the end of Q1, pretty consistent. Oh, the McLaren's got the nice new front nose. Going Mercedes-esque. I guess with the whole racing point rule in, they're like, well, if you can't beat them, join them. 1 minute 17 on the session to go. I'm not looking at chat because there's going to be spoilers. I'm not looking at Cranky's that times because there's going to be spoilers. Because I am delayed. Right, come on. 1 minute 2 on the session to go. 59, 58, 57. Lando Norris, what can you do, sunshine? Rate as well. Shout out to McLaren for their helmet designs. World Mental Health Day today, isn't it? With mind. Yeah, listen, it's important, you know. To anyone watching who's struggling, you know, don't be afraid to chat to people and speak out. Trust me, it helps. Because far too many people fall victim. It is genuine tragedy. It really is. There we go. Right. 16, 15, 14. On the session to go. Grosjean puts it P12. So both Haas looking strong. Go on the Haas, boys. Science P11. Right. 0. There we go. Russell P14. Vettel's at risk. No, Sebastian, come on. Raikkonen, only P16. Vettel's on a lap. Vettel, P8. Nice, Seb. Well done. Yes. Giovinazzi puts himself to P14. That dumps out Grosjean. Wow. Oh, no, Grosjean's all right, actually. No, sorry. Ignore me. Grosjean's okay. Perez now. Perez P9. Now Grosjean is out. Giovinazzi might squeeze through here. Fair play, Antonio. Perez needed that lap, and he put it in. Who else is coming around? Hulkenberg's on a lap. Come on, Nico. Come on, Nico. If he gets out of Q1, that is an absolute... Oh, he's locked up. He's locked up. Nico, no. Come on. Latifi improves, but only to P18. Nico, come on. Please. No, he's P0. 12, 20, not 0. Only 0.3 off of Raikkonen. So what's the gap between... it's fair play. It's like a second behind Perez. All things considered, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. He went very wide at the start there. Oof, yeah, must have lost a bit of time there. Nah, fair play. Like, Nico's got to use this as a bit of a practice session. He's going to be a bit rusty. But there we go, people. You can see on the bottom, we are losing Nico Hulkenberg. Again, like, come on. To expect more than that, I think's a big call. Raikkonen, Latifi, Russell, Grosjean. He was looking very strong for Grosjean at one stage. I think that lap time getting deleted done him. Because I don't think K-Mag... Yeah, I think if Grosjean's lap time hadn't been deleted, he'd have got through. It'd have been Giovinazzi going out. Carlos Sainz, P14, only squeezed through there. But yeah, so we lose... Yeah, Hulkenberg, Raikkonen, Latifi, Russell and Grosjean from that session. No huge surprises, really. Giovinazzi getting through, fair play. And K-Mag as well. K-Mag P12, decent. GG. GG K-Mag. Rate that. Did Grosjean have 2 deleted? But that's the thing, it's Q1, so there's a lot of time, you know what I mean? Like, as long as they get through, that's the main thing. Like, I won't worry too much about Carlos. Like, yes, it probably would have been a bit closer than he'd have liked, but ultimately they're not going to take the same risks in a Q1 session as they would typically, right? Q1 is done. Four attempts it was off Nico. Right, I'm going to put a jacket on because I'm a bit nippy, so I'll be right back, everyone. Don't go anywhere. Go. Reliable champion hoodie. Just watching some. So this is Grosjean. Track time deleted. Track limits. Yeah, just. Oh, Roman. If that hadn't have happened, we'd have been looking at both Hasses into Q2, which would have been amazing. I really want Haas to do well. I'll definitely say yeah. I definitely say Haas are my team. If I had to pledge allegiance to one. I know it's not a jacket, it's a hoodie, but although it doesn't even... It came from a cold wardrobe, so it's still cold. But anyway, I'm kind of matching, like red, pink, red. Kind of all links together, doesn't it? It's good. Actually, I do have a new coat that's huge, and I love it. Do you want to see my new coat? Has red. Hang on, let me go grab my new coat. Now I'm warm. Now I'm very warm. Here we go. The fur is faux, by the way. It's not real fur. Look at this. Proper Parker vibes. Love it. Look at that. They're just waffling about what happened in Q1, so just do my... Look at this. I love it. It's very good. Carhartt Trapper coat. Very good. There we go. Just thought I'd show that off for no reason at all. There we go. Anyway. So yeah, obviously Nico... Yeah, he was making a few, like, catching the brakes and that a few times, which, again, you can understand, all things considered. Did a good job to get within, 4/10 of Q2. So fair play. Let's jump back to my predictions here. So I'd say that everything's still on. Everything could still happen. I mean, Stroll biggest letdown. It makes me sound like an absolute arsehole putting him as the biggest letdown because he's ill. Again, to clarify to everyone who's just jumped in, I made these graphics last night, okay? I can't even point properly, right? And I put Lance Stroll as biggest letdown. Why can't I just do that? There we go. There we go. Lovely. That. I put Lance as biggest letdown. Now, obviously, it's not his fault he's ill. I made this before it came out that he was ill. So, yeah. Soz. Hasser and mockery at times. It's true, but I still rate them. I still like Haas. I want Haas to do well. I want Haas to succeed. Hello, Freddie. Good to see you. Ricardo instead of Sainz, maybe. I think it's a big ask for Sergio to be up there, but listen, throw caution to the wind. You know what I mean? Try something a bit different. Anyway, back to live timings, people. Q2 has begun. Both Mercedes are getting straight out there, as they do, just doing their job, just banging in the laps. Hello, Alexander. Hello, Akib. Ian Fan, Tommo, which driver do you usually support the most? Alex, of course. I'd say my order of preference for drivers is probably... obviously Alex first, then Daniel, then Lando, then Pierre, then... I don't know, Lewis. I mean, I know Lewis just dominates, but I still really like and rate Lewis. So it's hard to like, you know what I mean? It's like when he's dominating, it's hard to have the same like fandom as I did when he was like still like right up there, but really battling back in the early days. But anyway, itchy nose. Itchy nose. Right, Q2 has started. So again, if anyone wants to synchronize their stream to mine, I'm in Q2. The time is 13, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. Lovely. Melina, how do I support Seb for both of you? Yeah, again, like Seb as well. Like it's difficult. Because there's no drivers like there's drivers that I'm just meh to, which would be Giovinazzi, Kvyat, Raikkonen, Ocon, Bottas, Grosjean. I'd say there's like drivers I'm just about, and then there's drivers that I want to do well, like Seb, like Sergio, like Carlos, like Nico, like Latifi, like Russell, and then there's drivers that I would say I actually like kind of support. You know what I mean? So I know Magnussen's not meh. I like K Mag. I like K Mag. I think he's a bit underrated, to be fair. My favourite F2 driver, Yuki Tsunoda. Come on, my boy Yuki. I really hope he gets a seat at AlphaTauri next year. I think it will happen because again, Honda is still F1. Checo as well. Yeah, I said Perez. I rate Perez. Is it cold in there? It's not cold. It's just a little bit chilly. I'm not gonna I feel fine now. Now I've got this on, I feel completely fine. But it's like it's not worth putting the heating on when I can just put a hoodie on. What is slow mode? It stops people spamming, basically. If Tsunoda gets to start, will you support him over Alex? No, I'll support both of them. But we don't know. Alex is and will continue to be my number one. Why do people call Perez Checo? I think it's just a nickname, isn't it? Like he goes by Checo. Hello, Freddie. Thank you for the $1.99, mate. You're far too kind. Lando. Right. 10:58 on the session to go. Running with Mr. Lando Norris. His old Mind Maze helmet. With Mind all over it. So she makes sense of a little Mind Maze and Mind aren't related, but they're supporting the charity Mind, etc., etc. Decent little lap time from that. P2 for Lando. So for this session, you've got to expect that we're going to be losing Giovinazzi, Vettel. Although again, Vettel came through with a P8, so we could be looking at both. It's so competitive. That's what I mean. Like, I feel like, again, delete Mercedes, and F1 is mad competitive. Like, it is. It just is. It is mad competitive. I rate it. Matthew, good to see you, mate. Seen that video of Joe Mir at the French MotoGP? Is that the guy who fell off his bike and then hit the gravel trap and then was able to stand up? If it is that one, then yes, I have. Daniel to Mercedes, is it possible? Don't see it. Don't see it. Right. Anyway, right, let's have a little chat through this. So Verstappen, Hamilton, Albon, Norris, Ocon, Sainz, Perez, Bottas, Leclerc, Russell, Vettel, Giovinazzi, Magnussen, Kvyat, Gasly. Interesting. Red Bull seem to have a bit of pace here. Verstappen's looking strong. I mean, I'll jump back to the old predictions. I know it's only Q2 and I might be getting ahead of myself, but I've put Max P1. We will see. We shall see. 8 minutes 50 on the session to go, people. Siddhartha, you bought the Williams rubber duck. Brilliant. The winner, who's it won? It was Kieran, yeah. Kieran, if you're watching, you should have the Williams rubber duck and all the other things in the giveaway that I sent out to you. Oh, Valtteri had a big swapper on there, almost spun it. Seb hit the gravel, but he was fine. No biggie. Oh, thank you, Papa Dong. Papa Dong, 10 quid, love it. Thank you, mate. You're far too kind. Hope everyone is well and look forward to the racing weekend. Enjoy the quali stream, mate. Thank you. What a wholesome message. You're far too kind to me. Thank you. Far too kind. Thank you. Thank you, Dong. Or Papa. Far too kind. Positive chat. Hello, K. Gill. Good to see you. Gill. I recognise your name. Appreciate it. Mate, if K-Mag gets to Q3, I'm gassed. I'm very happy. So Q2, 7 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Vettel, Giovinazzi, Magnussen, Kvyat and Gasly all in the drop zone. I think it's a shame that Charles never changes up his helmet. You know what I mean? Maybe he's just not that interested. But I know he's like into his fashion, isn't he? Like Charles has always said he wants to start a fashion brand one day, and that would be a good way of expressing himself, you know what I mean? Geo for Q3, imagine. Sven thinks K-Mag's getting on pole. Imagine. Abhinav, thoughts on Luca Corberi? I'm not going to say anything that no one else has said. The guy is clearly a... Insert expletive here. Inexcusable. What a muppet. Anyway. Young Prince, can I add a timer for these watch-alongs? Yeah, I should do, shouldn't I? I need to work it out. I'm sorry. Because, again, this I don't know why this is here. The view account doesn't even work. Goodbye, view account. Oh, wait, it's not deleted. Goodbye, view account. There we go, gone. Wasn't doing anything. Wasn't giving me any value. I'm getting a bit overexposed here because the light is coming. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. There we go. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Right, so 5 minutes, 48 into the session. Everyone's in the pits by the looks of it. Verstappen, from Hamilton, from Albon, from Norris, from Ocon, from Sainz, from Perez, from Bottas, from Leclerc, from Ricciardo, Vettel, Giovinazzi, Magnussen, Kvyat, Gasly. Lovely. Over 1,000 people watching. Love it. Thank you, everyone. Oh my God, the sun's like right on me. Ah! It's like I'm melting. I'm melting. I'm just going to close the blind, BRB. That's a bit better. Now I'm not being blinded. Valtteri's out on a quick lap. He's only P8 at the minute. And he's 4 tenths behind Verstappen. Tell you what, yeah, Red Bull seem to maybe have unlocked a bit. I'm reluctant to get too excited because it's still only Q2. And you don't know what Mercedes can pull out of their hat. But all signs are pointing in a pretty positive direction so far. Bottas on a quick one. Bottas should be out of Q2. Mercedes, but Bottas is on softs at the minute. He's still 3 tenths behind Max, but he has, that will put him P2, but on softs. So that's the thing, because when you see Mercedes not, and then you thought, oh, they're just on mediums. Oh, okay, just doing what they do, classic Mercedes. There you go. Bottas P2. Bottas P2. Order is resumed. Wow, I'm getting very overexposed here. Let's turn that down a bit. Maybe up one. There we go. Lovely. Look at that. See? Perfectly exposed Tommo is what we all want to see. Right. So, 3 minutes 49 on the session to go. Ricciardo's most at risk. You got Vettel, Giovinazzi, Magnussen, Kvyat, Gasly all in the drop zone. Shout out Esteban Ocon, who's P6, where Ricciardo's P10. Fair play. Esteban, I feel like Esteban will get there. I think people need to be more. I think we all need to be patient with Esteban. It's coming. Now the he's coming, but the light's going. There we go. I should just put that on auto ISO, shouldn't I? Actually, why don't I just do that? Why don't I just see what that does? Right, the ISO is now auto. So I am as lit as the camera decides me to be. Decides me to be? Whatever. I feel like I'm nicely exposed now. Not too much. Not too glistening off the old forehead. My massive forehead. Right. 2:54 on the session to go, people. Valtteri Bottas, exactly. I don't know why people were like... I didn't think I said Valtteri Bottas in a weird way, but apparently I say Valtteri Bottas in a weird way. Valtteri Bottas. Bottas. You think I say it a weird way? Nolan says Botas, as does Cranky Yankee. I think it's an American thing, isn't it? Botas. Valtteri Bottas. Valtteri Bottas. Bottas. Vettel. Yeah, exactly. Vettel as well. Sebastian Vettel. Sebastian Vettel. Anyway. Don't mind me. 2:10, 2:09, 2:08, 2:07 left on the session. Ricciardo's on a speedy boy. Seems like that 2 seconds between Ricciardo and Hamilton. The gaps have definitely... Nürburgring seems to have extended the gap between the front and the midfield here. There's been tracks where it's been nice and condensed, but not here. Not by the looks of things so far, anyway. Who are we thinking? Right. Who's going out, people? Quick. Come on. Got 1:33 on the session to go. For people who are watching in different parts of the world, you're going to have more time than that. Or less time than that, should I say. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? I don't like this ISO. I want more brightness. There we go. That's better. 1 minute 12. 1 minute 12 to go in the session. 1 minute 6 and 5 and 4. Come on. Ricciardo. Can he improve? He can. P4. Lovely. Danny Rick. Nice. Stamp was licked and sent by the looks of it. Ocon improves. Goes quicker than Norris. Slower than Albon. Magnussen goes to P11. decent. I think that's pretty much the most that they can expect at Haas. If they can get a P11, free tyre choice as well, they can be happy with that. So Norris improves, hops back past Ocon. Gasly now improves, but only to 10th. The AlphaTauri doesn't seem to have the pace here today. Science improves and goes quicker than Ocon. 20 seconds left. 20 seconds to go. Sergio comes round. Where can he put it? 7th. So tight. So tight. Between Alex in P5 and Ocon in P... Oh my God, what? Vettel's just gone P10, which has dumped Gasly out, by the looks of it. Will Leclerc's put Vettel out? Yeah. Yikes. It's happened again. That's not the first time that's happened either. Leclerc improving, dumps out Vettel. Giovinazzi now. Can Giovinazzi improve? Can he put Ocon out? Mate, that would be a Oh, he can't. P14. There you go. I think we're done. People. I think that's it. Check the old graphics, yep. So, Vettel out in Q2. Gasly out. Kvyat out. Giovinazzi out. Magnussen out. Oh, Seb's doing his little wave to the crowd as well. I'm so sad he got knocked out. Come on. What was the gap? It couldn't have been that. Okay, it was actually quite a reasonable gap, to be fair. It was about 0.4 between him and Ocon in the end. But man, that's sad. I'm sad. Poor Seb. Poor Sebastian. But that's crazy tight. Between Leclerc and Ocon, which is P5 to P10, was 0.12 of a second. That is close, right? Okay, predictions back up. Let's have a recap on the old predictions. And you know what's coming if you're a long-term viewer and consumer of these live streams. No, Vettel. Vettel. Leave me alone. Right. Photoshop. It's taking ages to open. To be fair, my laptop's probably running pretty hot at the minute. My live stream's gone a bit weird by the looks of it. No, I think we're good. Right. Let's update these prediction graphics, shall we? So, you know what? I'm gonna give myself an L and a W here. So you might be able to guess what I'm doing right now. You will see shortly. So that's not what happened. But this kind of yeah, that'll do. Right, export that as a PNG, and then any second now. Boom. I'll put a question mark at Stroll, because it's kind of not a letdown, but you know, I'm putting a green question mark. That's what I'm doing. Also, my battery's about to run out on my camera, so you will still be able to hear me. You'll just lose my video feed for a couple of seconds. Out with the old, in with the new EOS webcam utility. That's what I use to stream on my Canon EOS R, for anyone interested. Got a little post conference with Hulkenberg there. So again, all of my predictions are on. At the top, I was wrong about Kvyat. He was P13. Let's jump back to live timings. Yeah, P13, Daniel Kvyat. Still behind Gasly, although the AlphaTauri just didn't look like they had pace today. Some tracks suit them, some tracks don't. And this was not one clearly that suited you. And then, obviously... Oh, no, I've gone to the wrong thing. Which one am I going to next? Predictions, there we go. Lovely. Yeah. there we go. I'm going to grab a drink. So feel free to do the same if you want, if you're that way inclined. I'm going to stick the live timings on. Glug of water. Actually, no, I'm just going to stick with this. Ignore me. Blitz Ninja, Albon, Verstappen, front row. I mean, that's a. Nah, that's not going to happen, is it? Come on. Alex, unfortunately, doesn't have the pace. But I hope he'll be top 5. I think that's very possible. What's Nico saying? Yeah, Nico's just got to stay out of trouble tomorrow. At the start, you know, I would not be surprised if there's definitely going to be coming togethers into this first corner. No doubt. Oh, thank you, Dave, for the $5 Aussie. How's it going? I'm good, mate. How are you? Thank you, Dave. Far too kind, mate, for the $5 Australian, mate. Mazepin signed with Haas, according to Twitter. Well, a lot of things are said on Twitter. I mean, there does seem to be a lot of Murafa. How am I simping for Albon? Please explain. Where have I simped for Albon once during this stream? I support the lad. All right. You will not have to drink. Leclerc podiums this weekend. I mean, he's got pace in that car. Danny Rick top 5 for sure, maybe. Chaotic Galaxy. It's all up for grabs, isn't it? It's all up for grabs, people. Q3, we're almost there. Almost there. Albon pole incoming. Imagine. I would be so happy if that actually happened. Racing Point should have got Winkelhock. We all know what Winkelhock did last time they were at Nürburgring, didn't they? Supporting his simping. Is it? Not really, is it? Who do I think will take pole? I've said Verstappen. It's a bit of a shout. I feel like the Bottas is struggling a bit. Seems to be a bit twitchy. Karen's showing us some little replays at the minute here. Seems to be a bit twitchy at the whole back end. Bring back Maldonado. Why didn't Stroll let Hulk have FP3? Well, because Hulk wasn't there in time. He has to go through all the COVID and all the stuff. It's hard enough getting him there, such late notice. I'm a tier 3 Albon sub. I should be, shouldn't I? Oh, Stefan, thank you for the $4.99 USD. Appreciate it, pal. Who do I think will have the best livery next year, Alpine or Aston Martin? Good question. I think Alpine, because I feel like BWT wanting their pink on that car might just ruin it, whereas Alpine have got free reign to use the tricolor. Tricolor? Tricolor. The French tricolor. Is that pronounced correctly? Probably not. Aston Martin. Yeah, I just don't pronounce my T's. What can I say? What actually happened to Stroll? We don't really know. We don't really know. He's just not well. I don't think it's COVID, because apparently his symptoms weren't COVID related symptoms. He just doesn't feel well. Aston won't go British Racing Green because of BWT. I think there will be green on the car for sure. I think that will be the base colour, but there will definitely be pink, I'm sure, because BWT will demand it. You know what I mean? Hello, Drac. You just found this live stream. Well, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. Weather tomorrow. I mean, hopefully not good, because then it's a more exciting race. You know what I mean? Tree colour. Okay. I've got to pause. Thank you, Barry. Lance Stroll. No, I do say Stroll. Stroll. I don't miss the T for that. It better be raining. Yes, I know Anchit is awesome. I am a tier 3 Albon sub. You don't have to spam it, mate. I saw it. Don't you worry. Right. Q3 has started, ladies and gentlemen. 10, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33. And Carlos is starting a quickety lap by the looks of it. Vamos, my friend. What's he got in his locker? Are we going to follow his lap round? Hopefully. That would be good. That would be fun. Ooh, gets close to the apex on the first corner. That looked pretty good. I feel like you want to go a little bit wide on that because it's just so steep into that first right-hander. Round the long left-hander, lovely. Hugs the inside, into the right. Looking pretty planted so far. No big issues. How's the pace? Purple, but he's the first person to set a time, so that'll be why. Oh, look at the fans. Oh, yes, fans. People. Human beings in the grandstands. Love to see it. Love to see it. GG. Long right-hander. Lovely. Norris has gone quicker than Carlos' first sector. That's that scary left-right that Lewis crashed at back in like 2007, wasn't it? That was mad. That was scary accident, that was. But yeah, Q3's here, people. 9 minutes, 13, 12, 11, 10 left on the session. For anyone wanting to synchronise. Only in Germany, perfectly socially distant. Yeah, they couldn't do that in the UK. People would just be like hugging and drinking and fighting. You know what I mean? It wouldn't really work. It wouldn't work at Silverstone. Tommo, are you going to jinx another red flag? I did actually do that perfectly, didn't I? I've already done my jinx. I jinxed Lance Stroll, didn't I? Because I said he'd be biggest letdown. And then he got ill. So I think I've already used up my jinx. Hamilton, 1.5 seconds quicker than Lando Norris. Wow. Bottas, by 13 hundredths of a second, goes quicker than Lewis. That's what I said, man. Valtteri has got good one-lap pace. He's got very good one-lap pace. Ocon, there you go. Ocon goes 0.4. Oh, Cyril's lacking that. A little bit of a nod from Cyril. They're decent. Love it. Go on, Esteban. Charles Leclerc, P3. Tell you what. Only 0.6 behind the... Wait, what have... Hey, Max. P1. Go on, the Max. Where's Alex going? P4. Decent. I'll take that. All right. Ooh. This is looking like a little bit of a naughty little cute... Cool. Q3 session, this. Toit. Up the top. That's a banging lap by Max Verstappen. Fair play, mate. Right. Charles Leclerc, P5. Only 0.667 off of Max. Where's this pace in the Ferrari come from? The car, you know what? The car's a bit of a dustbin, but it's working for Charles. Is finding a way to make it work. For whatever reason, we don't know how much of that. That's a banging lap from Max. Come on. He's gone quicker than both Mercedes. Credit where credit's due to Max. That's a great lap. You got a little replay of Lewis here. Did he make it? Oh no, this is Valtteri. No, this is Lewis. It's got it's saying Valtteri Bottas at the bottom, but it's got Lewis's camera. Make your mind up, Formula One. It's purple Lewis, blue Valtteri. Okay, come on, sort it out. I don't envy. I'm easy to criticise, but I don't envy the TV producer's job of having to manage this all live. It must be a bit of a bloody nightmare, to be honest. But anyway, maybe Ferrari made another upgrade to the fuel flow sensors. Charles just seems really, really plugged in with that car. So Danny Rick, poor lap. He must have made a mistake. Perez hasn't even set a time yet. Ocon's up there in P6, but still 0.6 behind Leclerc. The Ferrari, the Renault, All right, based on this season, you would not expect a Ferrari to be that far ahead of a Renault. And the two McLarens as well. Almost a second. They must have made mistakes, surely. Surely they made mistakes. Max ain't getting pole, Stefan. Well, stranger things have happened. Come on, Max. Please get pole. At least that'll be one prediction going right. Hello. Minton, do you want to come in? Minton, come on. It's because you got crisps. Oh, there he is. Right. Minton, what do you think, mate? What do you think? Who's going P1? That's Hannah woofing, by the way. The Alb is on. I like that. Car performance score. Here we go. Medium speed corners. Apparently Charles is the second quickest. And K-Mag's the fourth quickest in medium speed corners, according to the AWS Insights. Reliable as ever. Doggo F1. Minton is the cutest YouTuber doggo. Did you hear that, Tommy? Why are you leaning? Sergio puts a lap in, goes P6. Okay, so 4 minutes 20, 19, 18 left on the session. Max P1. Valtteri Bottas P2. Lewis Hamilton P3. Alex Albon P4. Charles Leclerc P5. Sergio Perez P6. Esteban Ocon P7. Lando Norris P8. Carlos Sainz P9. And Danny Ricciardo P10. You got to expect Danny to improve because he must have had a bad lap. As the McLarens lead the way out the pits now. What do you think, Minton? What do you think? What we saying, mate? Why do you keep barking? I'm asking him, not you, to bark in the background. Look at him. He's just looking at your crisps. Right, go on. Go back to Mum. He just wants your ready salted French fries. What are they then? Green. Oh, salt and vinegar French fries. Grim. Do I see Ferrari's new pace makes you feel suspicious? Well, no, but Seb didn't have the pace. Like, Seb went out in Q2, so I just think it's Charles being really hooked up with that car. Doing a really good job. Smashed it. Right, time check, everyone. 3 minutes exactly on the session to go. 2:56, 55, 54, 53. Okay, Hannah, what are you saying? What do you think? You going to be on the stream or not? Well, if you want. If you're going to stand in the corner of the room. Make a decision. You're going to come in and just stand there. Why don't you get on the stream? Get dressed then. Come on, who's your top 5? Come on, Hannah.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, Hamilton's third. Is he still third?
Yeah. Come on. Okay. Don't worry. Whoa, Tommo, don't go hating on salt and vinegar French fries. Salt and vinegar's dead, I'm sorry. No. Cheese and onion all the way, mate. Right, 2 minutes 8 on the session to go. Outlaps galore. Lewis, can he do it? Can he do what he does best, which is pull out a banging lap time exactly when he needs it? All right, what are you saying, Han? Come on, quick.
Max.
Just speak louder.
Max.
Yeah.
Then Hamilton.
Yeah.
Then Bottas.
Yeah.
Then Leclerc.
Yeah.
Then I don't know.
Okay. No Albon then. Cheers.
Right.
How dare you? Right. Lewis on a quick lap now. Come on. 1 minute 30, 29, 28 on the session to go. Minton's on the table. Minton, get down. Right, come on. What are we saying, everyone? What are we saying? I'm closing that door because I can hear it. Keep the door closed because I can hear it. I don't want any spoilers. Right, 1 minute to go, everyone. 59, 58. Bottas purpling it. This could be Valtteri's here. But Max did do a better first sector as well. 45 to go. Hamilton improves fractionally, but it's not. Well, it's still accepted. Come on, Lewis. What's he got? What's he got in his locker? What has he got in his locker? Right, Lewis P1. Valtteri. Looks like he's going to take it off him, though. Purple first 2 sectors, unless he bottles it at the end. Valtteri, P1. Boy. Really? Verstappen, can he improve? No, he can't. P3, Max. No. Lost time. Alex, now. Goes P4. Yes, Alex. Good lads. That's what I like to see. Still half a second off Verstappen, but we won't talk about that. It's P4. P4's P4. I'll tell you what I'm getting. Charles is coming around now. So Ricciardo did improve, beat Ocon fractionally though, but fair play Esteban Ocon. Rate that. Only fractionally behind his teammate. Leclerc goes P4, splits the Red Bulls, mate. Fair play, Charles. That's quality. That is quality. You mind? Leclerc's... Hannah's just dying in the corner. She just comes in and coughs all over the stream. I think that's it. I think no one else is improving. Charles Leclerc, P4. That's an unreal result. That absolute garbage fire of a Ferrari somehow gets it into the top 5. Credit where credit's due. There you go. Valtteri P1. No, this is not Valtteri 3.0. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Valtteri's good over 1 lap. Over 1 lap, he can push Lewis. Like, for sure. But in race, I still would always back Lewis to do bits. It's a shame that, because Max had improved. He must have made a mistake in the final sector. Because he was green. I'm sure Max was definitely green first sector. Might have been green second sector as well. I'm not sure. But there we go. Happy days. Fair play Charles as well. Like Ferrari P4 has no right to be there, but Charles is quality. This is why I consider Charles so highly, because he is that good. But there you go. Bottas P1, Lewis P2, Max P3. I mean, he could have got him. It was tight. It was very close. Again, we know Max, that absolute ceiling of the Red Bull is close to the Mercedes. It's just harder to get to that ceiling consistently. But Max, I don't think he could have done much more today. Charles P4, unreal. Alex P5, I think he's got to be happy with that. Again, I know the gap's still, a bit bigger than it should be between him and Max, but you got to consider Max has been in the sport for 5 years now, well established at Red Bull, and one of the best drivers of this generation. Him and Lewis are top tier, so I think he should be very happy with that. Daniel Ricciardo P6, Esteban Ocon P7, great. Renault doing bits. Renault doing bits again as I get very overexposed. There we go. And then Lando and Sergio. So Carlos Sainz P10. So a bit of a meh from not a great result. Hang on, what am I doing? Yeah, not great. No, all right from McLaren. McLaren haven't really been on it in qualifying, have they? And their race pace is a lot better. But yeah. Fair play, Valtteri. Fair play, Charles. Who else shone in that session? Yeah. I think Ocon deserves credit as well. Only fractionally beaten by Ricciardo. That's a bit of a shame for Ocon because Ricciardo's dominated him in qualifying. It would have been nice to see Ocon. As much as I support Daniel, it would have been good for Ocon. So I think Ocon overexposed. I was overexposed on the camera. There you go. A bit brighter now. Right, anyway, there we go. Qualifying's done. That was good quality. I enjoyed that actually. That wasn't too boring. There was a bit of we thought Max might have nabbed it there, but unfortunately not. I'm still not sure. He must have made a mistake towards the end because I'm sure he was green first 2 sectors. Whether it would have been enough to beat the Mercedes, I do not know. But there we go. So thank you everyone for watching. Appreciate it. And it always comes in at the end of the stream, just tries to like wind me up in the corner while I'm trying to do my stream. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Minton, and letting Minton be on the desk, which is great teaching for our child. Enjoy the race tomorrow. I'll be doing my post-race thing on Monday, like I usually do. And yeah, that was fun. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate you all taking the time. Have a good day. Be nice to each other. Be good. What?